Sports card breaking has evolved from collectors doing it as a hobby to a multi-billion-dollar industry year over year. I'm going to break down, as somebody who's broken sports cards for 5, 6 years, what you need to know about the history and how it started. I've been collecting sports cards since 2003, and breaking didn't really get going until 2011. If you remember Firehand Cards, Chad, aka the Truth 17, he was the first major sports card breaker. He started around 2010, 2011, I believe. And what he would do is he would go to his LCS, which is a local card shop. He would grab a case of cards, whatever it was, and then he would sell out the spots, 30 teams for basketball or 32 for football. And every team would be priced the same, and you would get a random team once it's sold out. So I was joining those breaks back in the day with my brother. I vividly remember 2010-11 National Treasures basketball. We joined a random team. We got the Washington Wizards, who were the top team at the time because they had John Wall. He was super hyped. We ended up getting the Wizards, and we bricked on the NT. But I believe it was 70 per spot, which is around 2,100, and I think the case used to cost like 500 a box for NT. We'd get 3 boxes, 1,500. He would make a small margin, and then it would only be random team at the time. This was 2010, 2011. Then Leighton Sports Cards started getting more mainstream. It was pretty much them too. And my brothers were obviously joining breaks and big into the hobby, and they saw these breakers and they're like, why don't we start a breaking company? We can bring excitement, entertainment. We love the hobby. We can show our passion. So they started in 2016, and I was a senior at Penn State in college. I knew I was going to go right into helping them start a sports card breaking company, and that's what I did. I came in 2017, and when we started breaking, the whole community was on this site called breakers.tv. Back in the day with Firehand and Leighton, I believe they were on a website called justin.tv, and it transformed into breakers.tv. And that's where we got our start in 2016. And then also, people started breaking on YouTube in 2016, 2015. Keep in mind, Whatnot didn't exist at the time. They came in 2020. Fanatics Live didn't exist at the time. I think they came in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Loop didn't exist. eBay Live didn't exist. All this stuff happened after they saw Whatnot and the explosion that they had in 2021. So in 2016, it was Breakers TV. It was YouTube. Now, the benefits of Breakers TV and YouTube versus Whatnot is that you don't have to pay seller platform fees. You only have to pay the credit card fee. So it's a big difference. I think Whatnot platform fee is around 15% for new users. If you're selling on YouTube or Breakers, you're only paying 3% or whatever it is. So there's a 12% difference. When you're a sports card breaker, the margins aren't that big. So 12%, it cuts into the profits a lot, and it's a lot harder for a breaker to make money on Whatnot. But the difference about Whatnot, Fanatics Live, Loop, and those platforms, there's a ton of other people and other companies on there already. So when Whatnot came into the game in 2020, Backyard Breaks, they kind of helped build simultaneously to Whatnot. Both platforms got really big. Now Whatnot's obviously a juggernaut that's doing billions a year by themselves, but they got their start mostly through sports cards, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a different time, but the benefit of Whatnot is there's a lot of sports card buyers on there. So if you want to be a breaker, it's very abundant with a lot of people that are already spending money on similar products that you're most likely going to be selling. So if you're selling Prism Basketball or Flawless, and there's other people in other rooms that are buying that product already. If you show them a good service, if you ship them your cards, if you're entertaining while you're breaking, you have an opportunity to get buyers from other companies that are breaking the same products. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Breakers TV, you have to worry about building your own audience by yourself. And that's something that Blez has done since the beginning. There's nobody to help them grow an audience like Whatnot Fanatics Live. You have to do it on your own when you're breaking on a Breakers TV or a YouTube. But one of the main benefits to Whatnot, if you want to become a breaker, the barrier to entry has come way down with all these live selling platforms. Whatnot and Fanatics make it very easy to sell. You used to have to set up everything by yourself on YouTube and Breakers and make your own website and offer everything. Now you can just sell everything on Whatnot. They make it very easy. I've sold a ton on Whatnot. It's very breaker friendly, and that's one of the main benefits is anybody can come in and pretty much break cards. Anybody could sell singles on Whatnot. It's a really good platform. So the difference is breaking has become very easy to do in the last few years. A lot of people have started companies. There's now a lot more breaking companies, which means there's a lot more different ways to buy your cards. It used to be just 50 people breaking cards. Now there's thousands of them out there. So the evolution of sports card breaking has come a long way. In 2017, 2018, if you were breaking cards, it was Luka rookie year, Ohtani. If you held on to your stuff, you made a lot of money likely. If you flipped, it wasn't a great idea. Now, if you're breaking and you pull a great card out of the gate, Topps Chrome's coming out, you're probably going to want to sell that card right away as opposed to holding it. So the market conditions have flipped a lot also. So from a buyer's perspective, if I'm pulling big cards, I want to get out of them quick now, as opposed to back then you probably wanted to hold. So everything changes and evolves in anything, and the sports card breaking industry is no different. It's come a long way from an industry that was just made up of collectors and hobbyists back in the day to now it's a big business, and a lot of people are trying to break because they see the money in it. But me and my brothers have been in it from the beginning for passion and collecting. So thank you guys for watching the video. That is my take on where sports card breaking has started and where it's come to. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to probably talk about breaking more since I started Blez with my brothers and I broke continuously every day for years. So if you guys have questions, let me know. That's today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.